the reason to win the game is so that you can be free of it. And my questions about this are, I would be curious to know what game you are free of, or what game you're playing so that you can be free of it.
I'd like to think I'm free of almost all the games at this point. What are the games? All of life is games, right? You start out with the family game, you do the making money game, the having the career game, the social games. There are a few that are not games. Like meditation, you're not doing. If you're scoring points in meditation, you're doing it wrong. Yoga, these are single player games. Or there's a recent Socrates quote that I retweeted where he was taken to the story is he was taken to a market back in ancient Greece, and it was full of luxurious and fine items. And he said, there are so many things that I do not want. Right? And he looked at all these fineries and said, so many things here that I do not want. So the same way I look upon the world and I say, well, I could just say that, right? You can't just say that. If I just said, there's so many things that I don't want, it's not true. I want the money. I want the girl. You know, I wanted the fame, or I wouldn't have gone on podcasts. So obviously there's certain things that I want. I'm not a monk, but what I can do is I've gotten the things that I want. And I'm careful not to want more. I don't want more fame. I don't want more money. Or if I get it, it's fine. It's part of the craft. It's part of the bonus. You know, so I have to be careful about about not unconsciously taking on new desires. If I'm taking on a new desire, I better go fulfill that. So these are all just games that I'm playing. And so to me, the reason to play these games is to win them, and then you can be free of them, and to see what else then that you want to do or not do, not to keep playing the same game forever. Because these games are, the adult games are very cleverly designed. You can keep playing them infinitely, and they're all ups and downs and ups and downs. And I guarantee you, every time you get money, you'll be afraid you're going to lose it, or you're going to compare it to the next person who has it. So you just have to kind of realize when you won the game and say, I'm done with this. So what that tweet is the reason to play the game, sorry, the reason to win the game is to be free of it. It's a reminder to myself that for the games that I've won, it's time to let go of them and to be free of them, and not to unconsciously double down by comparing myself to the Joneses, to not get trapped into playing this game forever and just living in some anxious future as opposed to actually enjoying yourself in the present. You have to know when to stop playing the game. And, you know, you got to play some game. You're on this planet, you're alive, you might as well play something. Now, the question is, what game do you play, and how do you get out of the game so you're not just trapped playing that game forever? And one way is you choose your games very carefully. If you're a monk, you only choose very, very few games to play, or you play no games and you live content, blissful, harmonious, peaceful. Or the other is you play the game and you win it, and then you say, I'm now free of this. So I would aspire to be like Socrates and say, there are so many things in this world that I do not want. And I like to think that I'm kind of there for the most parts. Either I don't want it or I have it. Now, of course, there's a fear of losing it, which is always there. But I don't want to pick up new desires unconsciously. And I don't want to keep upgrading my lifestyle and my expectations to match my circumstances. Otherwise, I'll be on this treadmill forever.